It is here, it is real, it is fabulous. It is the Planet Zoo 2 announcement trailer. It has just been posted a little over an hour ago when I was at work. So I watched this stuff in the teacher's lounge. Those people don't know that they're sitting in the room with a 500 plus subs YouTuber, of course. But it is here, and I was really taken by surprise at how early they posted this. I thought this was coming in like beginning of June, as everyone was saying, but it is here. And I'm just going to go through the excitement with you. I've seen the video, the trailer back at work. I'm home now. I want to look at it again. I want to check it out. I want to read about it, and I'll just show to you, save it for posterity, what I'm experiencing, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. Because I wanna be excited, and I want to talk about it while I'm doing so. Even if there's no one watching this, there's bigger and better YouTubers out there talking about this. I'm well aware. But first things first. Let's actually look at the trailer. I'll be quiet the first time around, and then I want to talk about what I'm seeing in there. But first of all, let us pause this music and watch the beautiful trailer. Make sure you can hear it as well. And there we go. Let us watch it first. Enjoy. Amazing. October. Guys, halfway through October is when this game is coming. That's giving me some instant emotions. First of all, oh my god, it's so close. Number two, oh no, I am not going to be able to finish Sunset Gardens. Perhaps I will. I think I very well might just continue building on it and showcasing it, perhaps even to you. But of course, my true attention will be on Planet Zoo 2 for the future. When that game is released, we will be there day one. I want to make this channel continue to be about more than one game, but Planet Zoo 2. I want to showcase, first of all, that's my plan, to be a zoo tour guy. I want to try and every week showcase to you the best creations on the workshop. That's my plan. But let's actually go through this trailer again, and go through it scene by scene. And look at what we're seeing truly. Let me check, is my mic? Yeah, my mic is not muted. I thought I was talking to the void here. But let's go through it scene by scene and just look at what we are seeing here. And in fact, let me just remove my image here from the screen. You don't need to see me for a bit. Bye. So let's go through it and see what we see. So first of all, the opening scene. What immediately should strike you is what I really liked, that the logo already suggested, that the rustic and realistic and peaceful color scheme and vibe of Planet Zoo is being reflected here as well. It's colorful, what you're seeing, but it's also, the lighting is clearly an upgrade. It's crisp, it's gorgeous, but they didn't go for the extremely colorful display of color. So what you're looking here is just a crisp new theme. It looks tropical. It has gorgeous plants already. Look at the plants here, the individual leaves. Gorgeous. Look at that tree over there. Immediately, the upgrade in terms of graphics must be obvious to you right away. Even though this is, part cinematics, part in-game footage, immediately it should jump out to you how beautiful it all looks. We're seeing some sort of zoo entrance here, and as we zoom out, just to get a view of what we're looking at, this looks to be an aquarium already. If you look here and here, we are seeing fully aquatic animals for the first time in Planet Zoo. It is a feature that was definitely in the top 3 most requested after birds. But if what you're looking here very much seems to be an aquarium to either side of the path. What else are we looking? We're seeing cool new covers, gorgeous trees once again, the return of the classic barriers, and then just a very vertical design here, of course. Here is a path. We'll have to see whether or not the pathing system is the pathing system from Planet Coaster, which is honestly much more about drawing a path and making it become real. Because I think one of the biggest drawbacks many people had for Planet Zoo was the pathing system. It is clunky, it is cumbersome, I've learned to work with it. So okay, scene number 2, we are seeing a tiger cub. And oh my god, the models are gorgeous. The base game animals all definitely needed a refresher here, and they got it. Why is the quality so low? Is that because I'm streaming? Can we upgrade it a little bit? Look at the cubs chasing each other, hinting at more in-depth animal behavior right away. I'm seeing gorgeous plants already. And this is a big one for me. This very much looks to be standard grass. And that is a big one for me. I knew that if Planet Zoo 2 would launch without grass, and not the ugly terrain paint grass, but grass that actually has a shadow, and it seems to be in here. Grass confirmed, and that is bigger than you think to make these habitats come alive. So the tigers are in, they look gorgeous. We see kids running, so perhaps there's more focus here on guest behaviors as well. Who knows? What else are we seeing? We're seeing the guest enrichment stuff back there. And this, oh goodness guys, if you saw my Suns and Gardens video, this is what I tried to build in Planet Zoo 1 with mods and with all sorts of pieces to create this. But this scene is what that video made me feel when I recorded it. But look at this. Immediately, the colors, by the lighting, the light and the dark, the plants, look, they're moving. The huge sunfish over here, all these small little fish, and they're schooling together, guys. Huge deal. Don't underestimate that. Planet Zoo 1, one of its biggest drawbacks for me was the more animals you mix together, they just start running through each other. This very much seems to suggest that the fish will stick together. These fish are sticking together, and that is huge for me. The fact that they're schooling is really, really important to me, because I've always been hesitant about building mixed habitats, and even in my mixed in the aquarium I built in Sunset Gardens, the fish are crisscrossed through each other, but these fish are sticking together and schooling, and that really, really makes me happy. But then the giant sunfish over here is the star, of course, and then you get a gorgeous look here, I believe, at the turtles. Look at that. I don't know which turtle this is. This is not the green or the leatherback, it's another one. But gorgeous model, and the color of, and then you get the zookeepers swimming, diving here. By the way, a little detail that you might have missed: there's a gift shop back there. So yeah, gift shops are back. You would expect that all the features from Planet Zoo 1, especially the free features, would be Planet Zoo 2, restaurants, gift shops, and the like. You would expect those to be there from day one, right? But that's confirmed that it's here. Oh, I'm so happy. Can you tell I'm happy? Yes, another gorgeous look here. Look at all these underwater plants. Vibrant, colorful, detailed. We get corals. They seem to be moving in the currents. I wonder if you have to individually buy and place these fish, or if there's going to be like an option like I need like 20 yellow tangs and I need 15 clownfish, and you could just plop them in one go into your habitat. That would be a huge quality of life deal to me. Whether or not you can select, like, I need 50 of these fish, and just place them in there and they would spawn? Or do you need to individually buy 50 of these fish? That's gonna be a huge deal to me now that I think about it. For these turtles, it's not that big of a deal, but if you have to individually place that amount of fish in your habitat, that could get old fast. So we'll have to see about that. But yes, these are stars. Look at the way the lighting reflects on their shell. Look at this fish. And then also, guys, something they have learned clearly from Planet Coaster 2, the water, the distortion of objects through the water surface. And then we get this gorgeous view of the bigger zoo here. And what are we seeing here? Well, we get this theme, this tropical leaf theme. Very tropical looking. We get a gorgeous map, by the way. Look at the mist back there. And then hinted at, but not really shown yet at this point, are these aviaries. And I have read already that these aviaries are customizable in the sense that you place down walls and poles, and then you click a button and the roof is auto-generated. And that is pure hype material to me, because that is what I have been asking for. Like, imagine that you could just build some fixtures, some poles, and then you click the button and then actual realistic mesh would appear. And that seems to be what they did. And building these custom aviaries no longer is going to be the pain that some builders go through. I've never done it because I know I don't have the patience, but you don't need to have the patience this time around. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3 different aviaries here. We're looking at a guest court down there. They are keeping animals, a bit of secret right over here. This seems to be another aquatic animal, but at the same time they do have this cover, so maybe it is an animal that also can get on land, who knows. Here's a closer look here. We get good signs for the gift shop. What else do we have? A lot of props, new props of course. The rocks are also nice, they look smooth. Chief Leaf is the vegan version of Chief Beef over here. And then we get the first new look at an animal here. That is the, seems to be the African elephant. Looks great. And then the blue wildebeest is here as well. Great animal from the first game that was added in the Arid pack, I believe. I don't remember exactly. Grasslands pack. But here it is. But again, I know I'm going crazy here, but I'm just look at the grass first of all. Grass is in the game, confirmed. No, I'm gonna need to buy a DLC to get grass. It's here day one, and it looks gorgeous. Look at this dry tree, by the way. Another thing, is this tree, I don't know yet, is this tree, going to be a model that has leaves sometimes, and then when the seasons change, or not? Are all trees going to have a dry, parched version of them, like this bush? All things to think about. Gorgeous new rocks over there. Gorgeous zebras running through the habitat. We get a cool tree stump. And that, oh yes, that is a big deal to me as well. That seems to be one of my favorite plants in the game. The Nitraria bush. Cool trees. The foliage, the plants look so good. Oh my goodness. Little rocks. Oh, again, another big thing for me. Look at these little rocks, small rocks in the game from day one. Again, you don't need to buy the aquatic DLC as you do now to get little rocks. They are in there from day one. Big deal to me, right? You know what I mean? They are, to me, like it's you cannot express how important they are for, you know, if you want to be a good builder. To have these grasses and these little rocks, they make your habitat look so alive. And then another one, we get the new model for the chimpanzee. Look how good that looks. Number one, looks great, huge upgrade from the first game. Number two, it is brachiating as chimpanzees can, and we get this one resting in front of the gorgeous new windows. The plants look great. Gorgeous model. Saltwater crocodile gets a well-deserved upgrade. By the way, guys, the little camera effect you see over here with the water, that is actually going to be in the game, I think. If you implant Coaster 2, when you come from water out of it, water sticks to the camera. That is an actual in-game feature that you saw just there. And then there you go. I know I suggested it was going to be the macaw that would be front and center in the trailer. They went for the toucan, but this is the aviary for the toucans. It looks like you can have walkthrough aviaries and, well, non-walkthrough aviaries. But this is the toucan aviary that guests can enter. Right away, you see one of them flying over there. But they also have this, oh my god, look at these guys. They also have this cute hopping. They look so, so good. Look at this. Look at the detail around the eye. The little legs. What a gorgeous, gorgeous model. Once again, if this is the level of detail that they're going to have in the base game, imagine like in a few years' time when they have gotten even better at these animal models. Can't wait. We get some returning plants over there, but the aviaries are a huge deal. This looks huge, this aviary, and just the knowledge that you can place these poles down and the roof appears. I do wonder, can you build like these more classic aviaries with these, you know, these more square, rectangular boxes, like I am building right now in Sunset Gardens, these more Victorian, or are they all going to be this modern thing? Can you build round aviaries? Can you build domes without the mesh and just have buildings for the animals, the birds to be in? We will have to see. But the toucan here is here. Look at how they fly. And then I love that they featured this one front and center as well. The secretary bird for a good long while was the most requested animal, I believe, for Planet Zoo. And they put this in here. Personally, I never was that crazy about the secretary bird, but you can see here that they know, like, you guys wanted the secretary bird. Here you go. Look at the trees. So yes, the secretary bird is here. And then you get it standing here, and then it flies off, and then it shows you this. And this is also a feature that I haven't seen too much people talk about yet, but we'll get into it. Apparently you can have these wildlife reserves and have these non-zoo maps. Looks like we're going to read more about it. I still don't know much about it yet, but you will have these wildlife reserves that you can build or populate with animals, and they roam free there, and you can probably design natural environments, do gorgeous animal photography. Again, think of the potential there. If that is a true thing where you can craft these landscapes, no barriers needed, no zookeepers needed. Think of the potential of what you can build. Think of what people are going to do with this. I am already extremely hyped about going, seeing what people will do with these aviaries and aquatics, and you know, the regular animals. Not just what they will build with these individual concepts, but how they will combine them. That is where you can truly go crazy. How can you combine an aviary with an aquatic, with elephants and the like? And then the potential of this mode, where you can build these natural scenes, it is a huge deal. Think about what people will build in the first few months of this, but think about what people will be building at the end of this game's run, when they have truly mastered all of the systems of the aviaries and aquatics. Think of the mind-blowing things people are going to build. I'm already getting extremely excited thinking about visiting these places, or, you know, trying to build it myself. But I have truly found my joy in visiting the creations of other people. And that is where my channel is going to focus on, is what are people going to do with this game. And then we get the big reveal here way, way earlier than I had expected. October 13. That is in like 4 months and a couple of weeks time, pretty much, more or less. That is soon. That is very, very soon. I was thinking like November, December. Some people were thinking next year, but it is very, very soon. So amazing. That was my dissection of the trailer. I hoped you learned something. But I also saw this interview Let me actually go to the main website first of all. So this is where I learned about fully aquatic flying species, but also these wildlife reserves. So it has animals. Let's go through this. Game modes, career, sandbox, franchise. We know that they exist. So for career, you're going to join a network in a adventure managing zoos and wildlife reserves on a globe-trotting expedition. So you can manage wildlife reserves and perhaps keep ecosystems in place or something very interesting. Sandbox mode, of course, is my bread and butter. But I will obviously try franchise again and see what systems have changed, what has been kept in. Let's actually learn more here. First of all, the ultimate zoo simulation, the beloved zoo building game returns, fan requested features, habitats. You craft beautiful bustling zoos, serene wildlife reserves. Yeah, they really make a point of. This wildlife reserves thing is a really interesting feature. And then managing your zoos, of course. Awesome aquatics, awe-inspiring animals. Confirmed is the elephants, the tigers. That looks to me Bengal tiger, I believe. Chimpanzees, soar to great heights. Toko toucan, secretary birds. Fully customizable aviaries built from barrier support poles and dynamic mesh covers. That is a point of I won't say concern, but that is a point that I want to point out. Like, how much more can we do than having these mesh covered aviaries? Because mesh covered aviaries, don't get me wrong, really, really cool. The fact that we'll have them, that they'll be easy to build, is amazing. But can we build tropical domes with parrots in them? Can we build these more box-shaped aviaries, even with like steel mesh, like a lot of people have been doing now? That is something that I wonder about. Again, I won't look is that an expression in English? I won't look a gift horse in the mouth, or is that a Dutch expression? I don't know. But how customizable is fully customizable really? We'll have to find out. The aquatics definitely seem customizable for sure. Probably just build down barriers, place water in it. Okay, so what are we really looking at here? Beautiful new themes. We know all about this, but this is a little detail they put in here. It's not in the trailer, but it is in here. Oh, can you hear my WhatsApp notifications? You don't really need them. But it is a huge deal here, guys. Scaling. They didn't put it in the trailer yet, but scaling is a huge deal. Think about that piece in the game that wasn't big enough, wasn't small enough. You can now place something in the game and adjust it to the scale that you want. That is a big deal. A lot of people expected it, but this confirms that you can place down rocks, plants, maybe not plants, I don't know, but little logs and everything and rocks, and you can change their size. Again, think of what you can do with that. Think about the options that you can change the size of pieces. You can create huge, thick poles, tiny little, little twigs. Huge deal. Big deal. Already my mind is racing at the options there. Flexicolor, we knew that, and then they make a point to point out easy to use pathing systems. We all know that the Plant Zoo 1 pathing system wasn't easy to use. If you understood it, it worked, but if you had tried to do certain things, building these stairways and bending things, not easy. And so many beginners I remember throughout the years have really bounced off that pathing system and really, didn't enjoy the game because that wasn't hard to master. New foliage and terrain brushes, again, those are the little features they hide away. Foliage brushes, terrain brushes, we know about terrain brushes, but foliage brushes for people who don't want to spend inordinate amount of times. Wow, I'm really slowing my words here, I'm just that excited. But foliage brushes are a really real tool. Jesus, I can't talk. A really cool tool for people who want to quickly build a gorgeous scene. if you want to build a huge savanna habitat and don't want to place down individual little stalks of grass, that is a tool for you. Personally, I love placing down stalks of grass. I love placing down rocks and plants. I love it so much. At the moment, I don't think I'll use that very often, but oh my god, I just realized I'm not in the screen. You haven't been looking at my beautiful face. Here I am. I've been talking very excitedly, and you can't even see me. So there you go. I'm back. Yeah, meaningful management. Can you tell I'm excited? Meaningful management. You create the perfect day out for your guests. You run your zoo, construct habitats. We know all about that. A connected community. The Frontier Workshop. Now, this is a thing I'm less excited by. They have, the Frontier Workshop. They want to, make sure that you get all of your creations from the Frontier Workshop. Personally, I thought the Steam Workshop worked just fine. We'll have to see. I hope it's as easy and smooth to use as the Steam Workshop and the experience stays like that. But then, this is a big feature that they really want you to know about: wildlife reserves. You design, rewild, and observe a network of entirely natural homes that allow your animals to thrive, all whilst maintaining a minimal staff presence. So there is a staff presence, but look at this. You can build these grand natural landscapes. No guests, no financial shops to be placed to gain revenue. This is a very cool conservation-focused feature of the game. And I think, first of all, again, I said this, think about the gorgeous environments that you're going to be able to craft. But the photography, I think if you have the right filters on and if you have an eye for pictures, you're going to be able to create these gorgeous, like, nature documentary environments. So yeah, conservation goes further than your zoo, the wildlife reserves, living, breathing environments. Again, a feature hidden away here. It's not in the trailer. They put it in the text here. That's why reading the websites after these announcement trailers is always worth it. You have changing seasons, weather conditions, and longer in-game years in the zoos and in the wildlife reserves. So no random snow and then sunshine day after day in the temperate map, you know what I mean. Now you have seasons, so you expect the winter and you know when summer is going to come around. And again, if you have a desert map and everything, the weather is going to be better. Great stuff. And longer in-game years, once again, hidden away here in the features. It's not something you put in the announcement trailer, obviously. But the fact that the games will be longer also means that your animals will live longer and you will probably be able to build more of a connection with them, not have to manage their, inbreeding every other few minutes. Yes, lead conservation animals for incredible animals, supporting them to their release into the wild. So they really are focusing on the conservation aspect of this. Which makes me wonder, if you are like me and you were watching the announcement countdown, at various times during that countdown, I heard dolphin sounds or even like kind of killer whale sounds, but I think dolphin sounds. A lot of people, it's a bit of a polemic issue, right? A lot of people have said, we want whales, dolphins, and the like. And other people say they'll never put them in there because of the conservation implications, right? Keeping dolphins in captivity and killer whales is a hot issue. And with their huge focus on conservation here in their announcement, adding to that the dolphin sounds they played in the announcement countdown, will dolphins and the like be in the game? What will their requirements be? Will they perhaps only be in the wildlife reserve part of the game? We don't know. They haven't shown them or anything, but we'll have to see. So, brand new scenery themes, 5 returning themes from the original Planet Zoo. The planet theme, essentials, the North theme for a more Nordic sort of almost the Arctic theme, the East theme, which to me looks sort of, and don't get me wrong but sort of Indonesian right? Am I wrong? Am I right? The south theme, organic and elegant scenery, mostly seems to be African, Central African, and then the west theme seems to be the more timber-based North American. Great themes. I love the naming, by the way. Not named after, you know, a nation or something, but just places in the earth. Yes, we know about this. We know about the game modes. Is there something else that we can know? Career, we know about this. Sandbox, we know about franchise. Planet Hub. Is the Zoopedia there already? No, Zoopedia hasn't been updated yet. But I'm sure there's more about this. Awesome Aquatics, we know about this. I know there's a screenshot sort of gallery that we need to check out. Where is it again? Like, it had these screenshots sliding past. I think if you go back to perhaps the main website. Did I dream this? Here we go. Screenshots. Let's look at some screenshots. Yes, this is the theme. We get a toucan eat. It looks like the shops haven't changed much. Sure, so you'll still have this building, this shell to build around, rather. What else is there? Oh, I can't scroll through it. The chimpanzee. Cool new chimpanzee animation sleeping on a branch. Again, it's always worth it after an announcement trailer to go check the website or even like the Steam store page. This is like a feature like this. Hey, these chimpanzees will have sleeping animations on these branches. Realistic climbing behavior is also something people have wanted. Another great look at this starter zoo here. The elephant is in here with an elephant baby. Secretary birds flying past. We have the zebra. We have the wild beast. Little rocks. I love the little rocks. I love that they're in there. I cannot imagine building a Planet Zoo without little rocks. Also, another thing that they didn't showcase in the trailer, but they talked about. Look at the water reacting to the animals. The water, as they said, will respond to the animals as they move through it, as they touch it. The water will actually ripple and deform. Again, that will look gorgeous, and it will just change so much. And also, if you place pieces down, for example, if you have a boardwalk over water, the water will actually interact with those pieces you have placed down in the water. There is that gorgeous turtle scene, the toucans, we know about them. This seems to be the UI. This is a first look at the UI. I'm gonna be real here. I will have to get used to it. Habitats, aquariums, exhibits are still in the game. We don't know what they will look like. We haven't seen them. We haven't heard much about them. They don't call it construction anymore. They call it scenery, facilities, nature. I think it's not that hard to figure out. I'll have to get used to the colors and the placement of everything, but it's fine, right? Looks like the standard climbing blueprints are in there as well. The terrain paints look a bit more sleek and detailed. The saltwater crocodile gets an upgrade for sure. Looks better for sure. Once again, I am begging for you, Frontier. I want the Night crocodile. I know it's not that different from the saltwater crocodile, but I need that. When I think of a crocodile, it's the Night crocodile that I think about. There is the tiger, which I believe to be the Bengal tiger, just because it's showcased in this more warm, humid environment. Scratching the tree. Also, it's these little screenshots. Is scratching the tree, is this an enrichment item, or will your tigers scratch any tree? It's something to wonder. Will they interact with the trees in your habitat like this, or is it an enrichment item placed in there? But once again, look at the grasses. Grass is confirmed. I know I keep saying it, but in case you've just arrived, yes, there are base game grasses that you can place down, and they look much better than the ugly. Also, yes, this is the golden-headed lion tamarin, I believe. This animal you get when you get the deluxe edition to the game. this one as well. The axolotl seems to be an exhibit animal, so yes, exhibits are in there. It looks slightly more detailed, I guess, the model. These are in there as well. 2 fish, of which I forgot the name. I'm so sorry. The golden eagle is there. And then this is probably the main reason that I want to buy the deluxe edition. The hammerhead shark. Oh my god, the hammerhead shark from day one in your game is going to be such a riot. Yes, we still haven't seen much about non-saltwater fish and the like, which is honestly my main interest. But oh my gosh, just think about the world that's been opened up. Like we've had, you know, mammals, reptiles, land-dwelling animals, or semi-aquatic, and that already is a huge world of animals to draw from. But think of the potential of DLCs with birds and fish and aquatic animals. There's so many more animals possible for Frontier to put into the game. If you just think about the 50 birds that you've seen in zoos, all of those could be added. If you think about all the cool fish, like saltwater and freshwater, Amazon basin fish, just think about, if you've seen my Sunset Gardens video, all of those fish, the carps, the sea bass, is it bass? Sea bass? Goldfish, koi fish, cool predator fish, arowanas, alligator gars, all of those things in the game. Once again, I'm so excited. So excited. Look at this gorgeous little... these 3 are also from the deluxe edition, I believe. This is the one obviously I'm most hyped about. Look at the cool model, look at the teeth. Amazing. Ah, yes, also look at the god rays of the sun there. Of course, it is, you know, footage that they want to showcase the game with, but if that's what the sunlight will look like underwater, beautiful. There's the golden eagle. Look at the model, look at the individual feathers. It's all we wanted and more. I know the mothers who put birds into the game have been, you know, busting their butts to build animals like this, and they have done amazing work, but this is instantly a gorgeous model. This is also a deluxe edition thing, by the way. I don't know what this are. These donation bins? I believe they are. And I will say right away, donation bins, but also hints as to what is in the game. This is a shark. It's not a hammerhead shark, so confirmed there will be a shark in the base game of Planet Zoo 1. Hippo is not a surprise. Toucan you've seen, but yes, there will be a shark. Seems obvious, right? If there's a donation bin with a shark shape, we're getting a shark. Probably not the great white shark, although that will be modded into the game rather quickly, you imagine. But yes, a shark is in the base game. Seems to me pretty much confirmed. Oh, I hadn't even seen this. Look, guys, you get this little picture. I don't know what to call this. These little picture stands that the guests can put their faces through. It's those little requested features that people have really been wanting. Like, I want my guests to do things in my zoo, to interact with objects in the zoo more than just walking through. And it's little things like this that immediately make me realize that yes, they've heard us and they are putting those things in the zoo. Obviously, one feature concerning guests we haven't heard about, and I think is going to be very difficult to implement if they don't do it from the beginning, and that is these playgrounds. People have been building playgrounds into their zoos in Planet Zoo 1 for the longest time. Will we get playgrounds? Even if they are just items you place down and they have looped animations. Even then, that would be awesome. I don't think these looped animation playgrounds would be very hard to implement, but actually custom built playgrounds with like traversable terrain for kids, imagine. And then we've actually gone through all those screenshots, and And then if you join the mailing list, you get this turtle statue. And I believe that I've pretty much exhausted most of what this website has to show us. It just looks really, really good, honestly. These reserves are so cool. I think I've pretty much told you about what there is to see and to learn. Yeah, there's 2 editions at the moment. Standard edition comes out at, I don't know what your currency is, but 50 euros is honestly a surprise to me. I'd pretty much expected 60 euros, and the deluxe edition comes at a 15 extra on top of what I just said, so 15 euros, pounds, or dollars. Yes, indeed, build a wilder world. I am very, very, very happy. We got what we wanted. Exactly what we wanted. Everyone was wanting birds and aquatics, and they did it. Of course they did it. Did you doubt it? Did you actually doubt it? Tell me if you're there in chat how excited you are, what you want to do with this, what you want to build. And yeah, if you had any doubts, I will say that I expected the parrots to be front and center, but the toucan is very charismatic as well. And I believe that at this point we have seen what there is to be seen in terms of screenshots. We got wallpapers already. You know that I'm going to get this wallpaper on my desktop from now on, even on my phone perhaps. Will I replace a picture of my children with a picture of Plant Zoo 2's splash art? I don't know. It's more than a maybe to me, but yeah, I think I've said all about that, what I can say. I did see, if you wanna, I also suggest just Googling Planet Zoo to see what other websites are saying about this, because there's interviews with the game directors and the developers. So yeah, look at this. There's again little things here hidden away in this interview that are a huge deal that we haven't talked about in the trailer. This tiger, I was wrong, is a Sumatran tiger, not a Bengal, not a Siberian. But they're talking about the tiger. Animals behave differently depending on their current mood. You will actually see, looking at your animals, you will see if they are happy or not. The tiger will be lethargic if they're unhappy. You will see if your animals are stressed or not. That's really cool. That's important. The fact that these animals will behave like animals will not just, let's be fair. The animals in the game are fun, but if you really look at what they're doing, they're just moving around and then going to an enrichment item now and again. But now it seems like there's more like that going on. The Western chimpanzee, they spend much of their time climbing, moving above the ground, improved brachiation, dynamic jumping, performing more actions like sleeping on their climbing frames, cohabitation returns. But yes, they are saying here that climbing has gotten an upgrade, and that also animals hopefully will spend more of their time actually climbing. If you've built for any climbing animal in the game, you know that you can build the most beautiful climbing frames. They will spend 60% of their time on the ground, especially the koalas for some reason. Plant Zoo koalas are notorious for living on the ground, so you have to imagine that they can perhaps program the koalas to spend their time above ground. So yes, zebras, we've read about that. Yes, plant saltwater crocodiles. Water dynamically reacts to animals' movements. Yes, indeed. Aquatics and aviaries. So both our birds and fish have full 3D navigations. So also important, when they started with the aviaries in Jurassic World, they were limited in terms of movements. They were moving around from point to point, but this is full 3D navigation. If you're wondering what that means, well, think about the swimming animals that you had in Planet Zoo 1 that could move anywhere that their traversable terrain allowed. Pretty much the same now for these fish. and aquatic animals, but also the birds will move around your aviaries as long as they have the space. They will fly to the places that they can get to. You will not see looped animations. You will not see them move from point A to point B the whole time. They will move at random throughout the habitat, and that is important. So yes, the hawksbill turtle is what this one is called. The derpy ocean fish and shoals. Have I been saying schools? Is it shoals? Am I wrong? Shoals of smaller fish. Today I learned. Is schooling not a word in English? Is it shoaling? Anyway, yes, the sunfish is in there, 2,000 kilograms. Aviaries are fully customizable. And then a key phrase here. Zookeepers simply place walls and use support poles to auto-generate a covering. So the walls are, I don't know how this is going to look, but I have lots of questions about it, things that I want to know about how this will work. They will probably show us more in the coming months about how this will work, what the options are there, how customizable is it really. We'll have to find out. So as the Toko toucans are here. Aviaries are more than just a place to house your birds. They are immersive spaces. They interact with their environments, natural perching around their enclosure. So that seems to mean that if you place a tree that has probably the perching attribute to it, then they will use those trees. Then they will sit in it. You won't just have to build these probably enrichment perching items. They can probably just perch on trees as well. Really, really, really cool. And guests can walk through it. Amazing. And then, yes, this is what we've talked about, conservation, wildlife, and everything. So, yes, amazing stuff. And I think at this point, I've geeked out enough about this on stream. I'm so happy that I got to share this with you. Thank you if you have watched, are watching, or will watch. I'm going to go pre-order the game. I know pre-ordering is not always a practice that needs to be cheered on, but Frontier, with the work they've clearly put into this, I feel like they deserve this signal. Like, guys, you did well. You deserve, this little boost for us to pre-order the game and already get some of the, the time and money back that they've already put into this. But yes, I'll be pre-ordering the deluxe edition. I need the hammerhead shark. I truly do. If you're wondering about the future of this channel, by any chance, I will repeat what I've said several times. Sunset Gardens, I will continue building in it. It's still a project that I like, but I just don't have the time to commit myself fully to it. So an ending to Sunset Gardens before Plant Zoo 2 is, I'm going to be realistic, it's not going to happen unless I keep it a very, very small project. That's just the truth. There's some things that I want to put in there, and probably, perhaps, when Plant Zoo 2 is around, I will launch one once in a while and finish Sunset Gardens, and I will update you if I do. But as far as the channel goes, from day one, and I'm really happy about that. One of my regrets has been that I wasn't there from the beginning here on YouTube talking to you all about this game from the beginning. I feel like I've missed out on a lot of the excitement and the community by not doing that. But just being there from launch day with Plant Zoo 2 and being there with you is a prospect that excites me, because I am going to be so happy to go on the workshop and check out what people are building. Expect pretty much weekly Plant Zoo 2 content from me in the future. My own creations, but mostly my focus is going to be, my own creations are going to be a big focus, but I want to show what you are doing. And I'm talking to you. Yes, you. If you are building beautiful things in this game, in Plant Zoo 2 in the future, I will showcase your stuff on my channel. I want to build a community around that. I want to be, a place people come to discover the awe-inspiring things people are building. And with every DLC, the game will grow, the experience of the Frontier team will grow, the modding community will grow, and all of those things I want to bring to you, because this game has made me so happy over time. This announcement has made me so happy. I've been smiling ever since it was announced. But yeah, at this point, I feel like I've depleted everything I wanted to say about this game. Go yourself, go check out all the screenshots, read the interviews that are out there, go to their website, have fun. It's a big day, and yeah, more news will come from Frontier, no doubt. Thank you so much for watching. If you are watching, have watched, or will watching, and I'll see you very, very, very soon with Planet Zoo. Crimson Desert streams are not going away. I will stream that game again, and I'll just try to experiment with other games still. But rest assured, Planet Zoo is still the main focus of the channel for sure. So I'm going to stop streaming because actually I'm expected to be somewhere else in 6 minutes. I'm going to be late, but that's just what Planet Zoo means to me. Thank you, and I'll